example of one of the prime examples of what we're trying to do on this farm. Every year we're going to have about 1/4 to 1/5 of the farm is taken out of vegetable production for a full year, and not tilled and have something growing on it the whole time. So this field was planted a couple months ago to oats, which will grow up big and lush and then die over the winter. All this big stuff here is oats. And then underneath there's a lot of weeds coming on, but there's also a variety of grasses and clovers. So all of next year there'll be a solid, it's a pasture, a mix of grasses and clovers. So we'll graze sheep out here and have chickens and pigs out here, which do some grazing. And we'll move them around a lot. So we're doing a couple things. One, the overarching goal is to improve the soil fertility. And there's many things happening that are going to improve the soil. One, there's no tillage for over a year. So all the soil microorganisms and stuff will have a chance to really thrive. We have a lot of clovers growing out here, so clovers take nitrogen out of the atmosphere, put it into their plant material, which then turns into the soil. We're going to have grazing animals out here, which is, there's this idea of pulse grazing. You have these plants, they grow up big, you come in there and you eat them off, and so when you eat them off, they're plants that'll then grow again, but when they're eaten off, all the root hairs die, just the very tips of all the root hairs, so there'll be a burst of microbial activity eating up all those dead root hairs. And just as the top of the plant is starting to grow again, and those roots are starting to grow again, that burst of microbial activity that ate those dying root hairs is dying, releasing those